Whenever you're doing anything, you want to warm up to it. Imagine just talking to a girl and just going right for it. Ain't gonna work out too well, man. You want to warm up. Just like that, you want to warm your body up. Imagine just going into the weight room and going after it. Yeah.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we going.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. And on this Sunday Fun Day workout, it won't necessarily be a workout. We're just going through a warm up. A lot of people do not know how to warm up properly or just don't have a warm up routine. They just go right into it. What we want to do is avoid that. You want to get your muscles nice and warm. That way that you'll be able to get more out of your workout, prevent injury and minimize injury, and of course, get more out of your workout. You feel me? There's two different types of warm-ups. There's the actual warm-up on the exercise, and then there's the warm-up to be able to do the exercise. What we're going over today is just the warm-up before the exercise. Everything else, you can do it. If you're doing a squat, do your warm-up set before it. If you're doing whatever, your exercise, make sure you do your warm-up set before. But right now, we're just gonna get your body ready to get to that level. This is gonna be my specific warm-up that I like to do. This covers a good amount of everything that you should be activating before you do any type of training, more specifically lower body and athletic type training. It has a little upper body in there. For the upper body, I can get specific on there. When I do the bench video, you'll see some more upper body warm-up so that you can get more out of the upper body. But currently it's gonna be more full body, specifically lower body, because that's what people tend to hurt. Groins, hamstrings, don't activate the core properly. So that's what we're gonna go into, all right? So without further ado, let's get to it. So I always like to start off with some type of dynamic movement. As you can see right here, these are the seal jacks. I'll do a 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 count. 10 seal jacks. Then from there I go and switch it up with 10 of the forward and back with the arm pumps. And then 8, 6, 4, 2, alternating between the two. This takes a little over a minute. So by that time, your blood should be going nice and you should be decently warmed up. I follow it up with the pull and reach and knee hug. Now, one of the main things that I focus on this is making sure that I try to balance as much as possible. This works the feet muscles as well as my hip stabilizers. And for this, we only do 8 reps. Right after, I do a squat mobility. The first thing I do, I get the hip hinge, and then from there I go side to side, work on the ankles. Then I open my thoracic spine so I can open my chest a little bit more. Then right back, activate my quads to get my hamstrings loose, side to side, and then all the way back up. So you can see from the side, I hinge. When I hinge, I go right into the squat. I'm not too concerned with the ankles, with the knees being over the toes. I really just want to make sure I get as deep as I can. Now the reps for this will be 4 reps. Right after, I follow it up with push-ups with alternating lifts, going all around the world. Left arm, right leg, left leg. Now this is great for the core as well as getting the chest fired up from the push-up. The biggest challenge here will be more stability. And what's that? Oh, subscribe. Oh, make sure you do that. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. The rep range here will be 6 great reps. All right, here we have the 90-90 rotation, which is not only great for the hips, but also the lower back. Now make sure that you go nice and slow and control the movement. Breathe every single time that you go from one side to the other. And the video is sped up, so I'm really going slow. The rep range here is 6 reps. All right, now we're following that up with the glute bridge with a 5-second hold. Make sure that you tighten your glutes as much as you can. We'll go down and up for 5 reps. So nice and slow. This is just sped up a little bit. Then we got the glute bridge marches. Now the marches is going to be a total of 10 reps. Make sure that the butt is bridged up as well. Don't let the hip drop from side to side. We'll follow that up with the hamstring walkout. and still with the marches. A lot of times people hurt their knees. It's usually because their hamstrings aren't firing their need to. So let's get the hamstrings fired. From there, we'll follow it up with the lateral hip abduction, going forward and back, 8 reps. All right, while staying with the hips, now we're going with the hip flexor, which a lot of people feel like it's tight, but it also tends to be very weak and inactive. Pull yourself nice and tall, then from there side to side, 8 reps on each side. Follow it up with some heel walks. Make sure that your shins are fired up, going forward and back with the legs straight. Then we'll follow it up with the knees bent. The same concept, going forward and back as well. Make sure that you do these exercises because these are very important for keeping your knees healthy, as well as, minimizing the chances of shin splints. Of course, after we do the front of it, we're going to do the back of it. Now we're doing the calf raise with rock back for the shin action, and then all the way to the top of the toes, tip toes. I even like to lift it up a little bit. We'll follow it up with single leg heel to toe walks. Nice and controlled, forcing the leg down. Pull it, try to get all the way to your tiptoes. Not like I did right there, but more like I'm doing right here. Now, of course, I also want to loosen up my toes, make sure that they're not too tight. And this is one of my favorite exercises that not only does the toes, but does the hip flexor as well. Make sure I tighten my glute, just a nice little hold. And I'll do 5 to 10 reps of these, depending on how tight I am. And I finish it up with a dynamic movement before I go into my speed drills or whatever movement I'm going to do that day, whether it be lifting. I like to make this dynamic, go into it, and then rotate into it. And I'll do 6 of these reps. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all got something out of it. And if you did, go ahead, press that like button. If you didn't like it for whatever reason, press that dislike button 2 times and write a comment. All right, I hope y'all have a great day. Until next time, peace.
Going way up.